Now at noon, a female inmate arrested for assaulting a police officer now faces murder charges after a prison fight.
And we've got what looks like an absolutely beautiful day out there. However, it's still pretty darn cold. We'll take a look at that forecast coming up.
Plus, this year's Christmas parade theme has just been announced. We'll have the big reveal.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on KOAM News at Noon. I'm Caitlin O'Shaughnessy. In today's top story, authorities charge a man in Allen County for an inmate with attempted murder. This happens all 1 week after being charged with assault on a police officer. Authorities at the Allen County Jail say that Raven Gomez assaulted another inmate during a meal. Authorities say Gomez used a piece of broken glass as a weapon on the other inmate, who was not fatally injured. Gomez and Brandon David were arrested on October 18th and charged with the assault of a Jasper County police officer. Gomez's bond is set at $100,000. And a crash along the Will Rogers Turnpike turns fatal for a semi-driver. The crash happened just after 3 yesterday afternoon. Troopers say a tractor-trailer struck the bridge support column in the then NS 425 road overpass. The driver of the semi, whose name is being withheld pending next of kin notification, died at the scene from massive injuries. The cause of the crash is still under investigation.
And we've got what looks like a pretty decent day outside, but it is really very cold out there right now. We've also got some gusty winds to contend with. So yesterday started the day at 35, only made it up to 40. So our high 3 degrees off of where we should be for this time of year in terms of a low, way off of where we should be for a high, 26 degrees cooler than where we should be. So as you all know, though, here in the 4 states, there's no such thing as average. We did receive about just under an inch of rain in Joplin, so that really helped make up for October, but we still have a long way to go for our year totals. Quick look outside. Joplin, Pittsburgh, clear skies, looks nice, doesn't feel nice. 38 in Joplin, 37 in Pittsburgh, and the temperatures around the area, again, even out west, look, it's 40 in Chinook, 40 Sedan, 39 Yates Center, Neodesha, Parsons, 36 in Fort Scott, 39 Miami, Welch, 38 Neosho, and 37 in Lamar and Carthage. But you factor in that gusty wind we're still contending with, feels like 29 in Lamar, 28 in Iola, 27 in Fort Scott, 29 in Neosho. So it definitely feels a lot colder than what it really is, and that doesn't help. So the sun not really doing much for us. It just looks nice. Temperatures are going to remain chilly for a few days, and then we're going to have warmer temps as we head later into this week, and then our rain chances will make a return as we head into the weekend. We're talking about all of that in your complete forecast here in just a few more minutes. Caitlin?
Thanks, Chris. The Kansas Water Office's Neosho and Verdigris Regional Advisory Committees will have a meeting to discuss current water issues affecting the regions as well as the state. The meeting will be on Monday, October 30th at 1 p.m. at the Parsons Public Library at 311 South 17th Street in Parsons. There will be a pre-meeting tour at Parsons Lake to hear a presentation on the Clean Drain Dry Trailer from the Department of Wildlife and Parks at 12 p.m. today. And Freeman announces the theme of the 2023 Joplin Christmas Parade. Freeman Health System President and Chief Executive Officer Paula Baker, alongside Joplin Mayor Doug Lawson, have officially announced the theme and logo for the 53rd Annual Joplin Christmas Parade during a press conference this morning. The 2023 theme is Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. The emblem shows a smiling snowman sitting next to a Christmas green electric guitar. Funds generated by the 2023 Joplin Christmas Parade will go to Children's Miracle Network Hospitals, an organization that makes miracles happen for local children with medical needs. The parade will be held on Tuesday, December 5th, beginning at 6 p.m. with a route starting at 15th and Main Streets and running north to 2nd Street. A maximum of 75 float entries are sought, with additional spaces for school bands. Those interested in having an entry in the parade can submit contact information to Joplin Christmas Parade at freemanhealth.com. And that's a look at today's top stories of weather in the 4 states region. Up next on KOAM News at Noon, Israel's military says it has expanded its ground operation inside Gaza Monday as it continues its mission to destroy Hamas. And later, we're making unbelievable barbecue weenies in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. Israel's military says it has expanded its ground operation inside Gaza Monday as it continues its mission to destroy Hamas in the wake of the terror group's barbaric attack on mostly civilian targets. It follows heavy bombing over the weekend, causing large numbers of Palestinian civilian casualties, according to Hamas, which has also released new proof of life of some of the hostages it is holding. Skylar Henry reports from the White House.
These are the images from a video Hamas released Monday of Israeli hostages calling on Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to agree to a ceasefire and release Hamas prisoners so they can be freed. It's not known if the woman spoke willingly or whether they were told what to say. The same day, people in Jerusalem held a moment of silence for the hostages, empty beds representing the more than 200 captives. Comes as Israel's military says it's expanded its operation into Gaza. Israel Defense Forces released video of what it says are tanks in the Hamas-controlled territory. Israel's military says troops destroyed anti-tank missile launchers and killed 4 prominent Hamas operatives. With flares and smoke hovering over the Gaza skyline, displaced Palestinian civilians are calling for more humanitarian aid as conditions continue to worsen. United Nations officials say over the weekend, thousands broke into warehouses holding badly needed supplies. In a call Sunday with Prime Minister Netanyahu, President Biden reiterated Israel's right to defend itself, but also said that Israel needs to be within the laws of war.
They've got to that extra burden of making sure that they're doing everything they can to protect innocent life. That's hard for any military fighting in an urban environment.
The violence is also expanding to the West Bank, where 4 Palestinians were killed in clashes with Israeli forces. And sirens sounded in Jerusalem as a warning of incoming rockets launched from Gaza. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
A house in a southern Israeli city was also badly damaged by a rocket from Gaza. And thousands of people in Maine are returning to school and work this morning after last week's mass shooting. The city of Lewiston held a vigil last night to honor the 18 people killed by Robert Card, who was found dead on Friday after a massive 2-day search. Since then, we've been told that a statewide alert warning law enforcement about the gunman was sent out last month. Jeff Puegas has more from Lewiston.
This is where police say they found the body of the mass shooter Friday night inside a trailer at a recycling center roughly 10 miles from where the shootings took place.
Just an incredible sense of relief for our city.
The gunman, 40-year-old Army reservist Robert Card, used to work at the recycling center, but was fired 2 weeks ago.
That particular location was cleared twice previously.
This comes as the Associated Press reports a statewide alert warning Maine law enforcement about Card went out last month. Nearby, Sagadahoc County Sheriff Joel Mary says he issued the alert after the Army Reserve notified him about threats Card made against his military base and other soldiers. He sent a deputy to Card's home for a welfare check, but Card was not there. Lewiston Police Chief David St. Pierre declined to comment on Sheriff Mary's claims. Is there anything that you would do differently?
We're going to learn from some mistakes. I'm sure we've made a couple along the way.
What did all of those gunshots sound like to you?
It's so hard to describe because behind every single one, I know that somebody was lined up with it.
Tammy Aslin was in the just-in-time recreation bowling alley with her 10-year-old daughter Tony Wednesday night, but got separated when the gunman opened fire.
I can't even begin to explain the amount of things that go through your mind in those precious moments,
Aslin called her parents, who rushed to the scene. Her father says he waited for news on the 10-year-old for what felt like hours. Then he got a call from an unknown number.
And I just said hello, and when I said hello, I heard 4 of the most beautiful words in the world. I'll never forget.
What did you say to your grandpa?
I'm not dead, Pepe.
And I just broke down. And it was pretty tough, but I was happy.
Why did you think that was important to tell him?
To start off with that so he could not be so worried anymore.
It was another survivor of the shooting here who helped Tony to safety. The 10-year-old says that she saw at least one person shot and killed. And this morning, her mother is concerned about the long-term effects that might have on her daughter. Jeff Begay is CBS News, Lewiston, Maine.
Still to come on KOAM News at noon, we see what's cooking with Mr. Food.
Looking for something spooktacular to serve for Halloween? We've got it, so cross it off your to-do list. Stick around.
But first, we have got ourselves a relatively cold day. Warmer temperatures, though, on the way. We'll take a look at that forecast when we come back. Welcome back to the KOAM News at noon. So we have had a relatively cold few days across the area, but on the plus side, we got some much needed rain. However, cold weather leading to another round of freeze warnings, as you can see, for northeastern Oklahoma and Benton County in Arkansas. These will go into effect midnight tonight and run through 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So at this point, no additional freeze warnings have been issued, but that doesn't mean it's not still going to get cold. We're expecting below freezing temperatures across the entire area overnight tonight. All right, MoDOT camera 32nd and range line paints a beautiful picture, doesn't it? Sunshine, no clouds, blue skies, looks wonderful. In fact, our camera on the Cornell Complex, downtown Joplin, blue skies, breezy, looking pretty darn good so far, and lots of sunshine. What these cameras don't paint for you is the fact that the sun is not doing much for us today, other than looking pretty. KDOT camera 69 East 520th Avenue, just south of Pittsburgh. Again, also sunshine. Here's our camera, 7th and range line, and we apparently have an entire family of pigeons, and I'm talking tons of them, that live on or near our tower, because here in the last 20 minutes, a couple of things have apparently scared them to death. And they keep taking off, and then they're everywhere. Anyway, back to this. See, here they come now. 38 degrees. North breeze at 12 makes it feel like 30. Now, earlier, when the winds were relatively gusty, we had a wind chill back down around 24 degrees out there, and that was just earlier. Now, the winds are going to start to calm down a little bit as we head later into the afternoon and evening, but for now, it doesn't take much to make it feel cold. Clear in Pittsburgh, 37, feels like 30. That north breeze at 9 miles an hour. And quick update on temperatures around the area. See, again, the temperatures, they're cold, but they're not too terrible, but it's that wind that's killing us right now. 36, Iola, Fort Scott, Nevada. 37, Stockton, Carthage, Lamar. 39, Parsons, Neodesha, Yates Center, Chatopa, Independence, and Miami. And a little bit warmer, 41, Veneta and Nowata back in the northeastern Oklahoma. As for the rest of today, still looking at highs right around the low, maybe mid-40s out there. Gusty north wind at 20. Otherwise, plentiful sunshine, and we've got clear skies tonight. And as we talked about, though, without the cloud cover of any kind, any warmth that we do get today will just burn away, and we're going to be back below freezing again, mid-upper 20s for our overnight lows, but the wind's a bit calmer, and we're looking at widespread frost, and we have those freeze warnings out there. Tomorrow, actually, technically looking to be about a degree colder, so about 40, and then winds will pick back up again out of the north at 10 to 20, gusting upwards of 25 out there, so another pretty chilly day. That also means for trick-or-treating tomorrow night, we're looking at just air temperatures in the low 30s, maybe some upper 20s. That's not factoring those gusty winds out there. So, again, if you're going out trick-or-treating, definitely bundle up. Make sure you've got the car nice and toasty. Don't walk place to place, or better yet, find an indoor trunk-or-treating event. Now, our temperatures, sunny skies continue through Friday. Highs continue to climb mid-60s, and this is wishful thinking. By Friday, we head into the weekend. We go up near 70. Then we got rain chances Saturday into Sunday morning, and of course, Saturday night. Don't forget to set your clocks back. And as we head into next week, temperatures come back down again, but thankfully not so significantly as they hang out in the mid to upper 50s with some additional rain chances Monday and Wednesday. So we are going to warm up again. Not too bad. Unfortunately, not in time for Halloween. So like we've been saying, just make sure you're prepared for that.
Absolutely. Well, thanks, Chris. And stick around because we're making unbelievable barbecue weenies in the Mr. Food Test kitchen. We'll be right back. It's time to check in with Howard in the Mr. Food Test kitchen. Today he's making a spooky appetizer just in time for Halloween. It's called Unbelievable Barbecue Weenies. Take a look.
Is it just me, or does Halloween seem to get more and more popular every year? Between all the decorations that fill our stores and front yards to the countless Halloween get-togethers, this ghostly holiday has really taken off. So this year, whether you're hosting a Halloween bash or you just need something to bring to one, we've got you covered. It's super easy, budget-friendly, and eerily delicious. Let's get started. We begin by combining a bottle of barbecue sauce, cherry preserves, a few canned chipotle peppers that we've chopped, a bit of sauce from the peppers, and a bit of water. Now we'll heat this up. If you're thinking this sounds like an odd combo of flavors, you have to trust me on this one. Once it's hot, we add a couple pounds of cocktail-sized smoked sausages to the sauce, and we let it simmer. If you want, you could even throw everything in a slow cooker and serve them right from there. Either way, these are amazing. You get the smokiness from the sausage and the sweet and tanginess from the preserves and the chipotle peppers. To get the recipe for our unbelievable barbecue weenies, simply visit our website. Trust me, I'm not one to trick you. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found an unbelievably tasty way for you to say, ooh, it's so good. You left me one? Very sporty.
To find this recipe along with many others, just head over to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com and click on Mr. Food. Now here's a look at your 4 state market prices.
All right, so again, a cold one today, low mid-40s, low 40s tomorrow, which means a very cold trick-or-treating. So again, maybe find an indoor trunk-or-treat event. Temperatures warming under sunny skies toward the end of the week. Rain chances Saturday and Sunday. And of course, don't forget to get your extra hour of sleep. Set your clocks back this Saturday before you go to bed.
I love it. Can't wait for tomorrow. Halloween's the best one. And what do you have for us today?
Well, a lot. For starters, for several weeks, the UAW has been fighting with each of the big 3 automakers for a new contract. Little by little, the union has expanded its strike, even after reaching tentative agreements with both Ford and Chrysler owner Stellantis. We're going to hear the latest on whether GM where it stands on negotiations. Plus, details on an illegal drug found in a Parsons business after the Department of Revenue seized the business, and Joplin's domestic violence shelter receives a grant to increase food capacity to help more families. Hope you'll join us at 5.
All right, well, that's the news for now. Thank you for joining us on KOAM News at Noon. Have a great rest of your day.